I'm still alive. Well, the quarterfinals are set in the top half of the men's draw. That's right, that's Rafa's half of the draw. And no surprise that it's going to be Cilic and Nadal. But I think some of you out there might be surprised that Grigor Dimitrov beat Nick Kyrgios. However, I'm not too surprised. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about my picks. And also, just want to say, very flattered that so many people out there want to see the clip of my band. And I think we'll be able to sneak a little clip in today, even though I am, again, pressed for time and dragging very slowly. A little exhausted feeling here. Got a comment I wanted to read that got me thinking from one of you guys out there. And also, my picks for who will win in the quarterfinals of the top half of the draw. Let's get into it. So first things first, John Calvin commented on my Supercomputer video. If you don't know what that is, at the end of this video, I'll show you a link where you can click it and watch it. Let's take a look at what he said. The Supercomputer basically is these geniuses, scientists, data analysts in Australia that put together a computer model that could be run 5,000 times. They ran it, and it can predict who will win the Australian Open. And it picked 8 players, Federer being the most likely to win by far. Svitolina, Wozniacki, who ironically both won 6-3, 6-0, I think it was last night. I mean, this supercomputer, really smart, huh? Anyways, so John says, LOL, both Delpo and Goffin are out. And you know what? He's got a good point, because in that video, it ranks the draw quarters. And it says Roger's quarter is the most difficult because of Del Potro, Goffin, probably Djokovic, a factor there too. And it was saying that there's like this scoring system it gives them. And I think it was over 1,000 or over 2,000, whatever the number was. If you're over that number, you're very likely to go deep in the tournament. And both Delpo and Goffin were over that number, and they're out fairly early. But as Ollie Payton pointed out to me on Twitter, 6 of the 8 that they predicted to win, and these are the 6 most likely to win the tournament, because the 2 out of the 8 that were the least likely to win, Del Potro and Venus, they're the only ones out. So the supercomputer looks very good, but it got it wrong on Delpo and David Goffin. But it didn't say that they were going to win it. It said Delpo had the outside chance. Didn't mention Goffin. Anyway, so I thought I'd point that out. Interesting to me that the supercomputer is pretty right on, but there's a couple players that it said would go deep, and they didn't. Also, NYC Zora, the comment below that, I had to include this one because she said it's a long shot, and that's why I'm bringing it up, because it sure is. But on the women's side, I think Naomi Osaka could win the Australian Open this year. That would be quite a story. So you heard it first. NYC Zora. Am I saying that right, Zora? Z-O-R-A. Naomi Osaka to win it all. All right, let's move on to this draw. I know some people out there are like already tuned out. They're watching PewDiePie or Pokemon video, old Pokemon reruns. I was so close to putting a Pokemon clip in a video the other day, but it just didn't work right. It was funny, but it didn't work for me, so I cut it out. But don't worry, I will use a clip from the original Pokemon series eventually. When it works, when it's funny, it's going to be in there. Hopefully this tournament. All right, let's look at this draw. All right, so Nadal, Cilic. First off, Diego Schwartzman. Wow, very good performance. Schwartzman is kind of like a David Ferrer, super tough, high tennis IQ, very consistent, consistently playing a high level. Unfortunately, a smaller human being that is physically not capable of generating the power you need to produce to take out Rafa Nadal. If Rafa plays anywhere near his best, Diego Schwartzman, David Ferrer, they just can't generate the firepower to take him out. And then, you know, I'm kind of losing my voice a little, so I don't know if I can say his name like I normally do, but Marin Cilic had a very tough match against Pablo Carrera Busta! I can only do that one time today. Anyways, very good match from PCB. Pablo Carrera Busta! He won the first set, and you're watching that match, and you're thinking, he's going to win this. He's going to win this match. He's playing really tough. But Cilic is playing very tough, and it's a close first set. And then Cilic just takes the level up, wins the match. Very impressed by Marin Cilic. Some of you have commented below Remember, I always cut a lot of stuff out of videos. I skip over topics because I try to keep the videos short enough for you guys out there to be able to consume them. I don't want to ramble or babble on about any of this stuff. So that's very important to me. So I apologize to those of you who commented, like, you haven't been talking about Cilic. One person, I can't remember who, they said a comment like, Cilic is playing the highest level of tennis of anyone in this draw, and you're missing it. I mean, look, Cilic is playing good. All right, he's good. But I still am not convinced that he's going to beat Rafa. So I'm very sure that Nadal will be able to come through that, and I'll tell you a couple things real quick why. Let's look at their head-to-head really quick first. All right, as you can see, Rafa leads it 5-1. Where's that one win? The very first time they played, Beijing, 2009. I mean, come on, that's almost 10 years ago. Since then, Rafa has won 5 matches in a row, and we're going to dive into this one because I think it was in Shanghai, was in somewhere around October, right? Let's look at the stats from Marin Cilic. Straight sets win for Nadal in Shanghai, October 2017, very recent. And Shanghai is a good court to compare to this court, a lower bouncing, very fast court, just like at the Aussie Open. And Cilic, the big men don't like the fast, low bouncing courts. It's tough for them to get down for the lower balls. I know Rafa's lefty forehand super whipper spinner, it sits up. But I'm sure Rafa will be able to hit the right kind of balls, especially on the backhand side, to make Cilic get down low and be uncomfortable on a lot of balls. So let's look at these numbers. I think this is what we'll see in their match. First serve in, 72 for Rafa, 66 for Cilic. This whole tournament, Rafa's had a very high first serve in number, and that's how Rafa loves to play. When he does that, he usually does well, unless someone comes around that can just blow him away. Cilic has the firepower, but I think the low bounce, Rafa can use that to his advantage to limit the firepower of Cilic. 77% win on first serve for Rafa, 64 for Cilic. 60% win on second serve for Rafa, 45% for the big Cilic. My pick, Rafa comes through in the semifinals, waiting for the winner of Grigor Dimitrov and Kyle Edmund. Let's go over there now. So they played very recently in Brisbane. That was the horrifying match where Edmund rolled his ankle and Dimitrov runs over and jumps over the net to check on the buddy. And it was a very nice moment to see Dimitrov do that. And, of course, Edmund could have won that match, but after rolling the ankle, his mobility is limited. At that high of a level in tennis, you're toast without your mobility. Let's look at some of the stats in that match. So Dimitrov, 63% first serve in, 83 win on first, 47 win on second. Kyle Edmund did better on second, 64, but Dimitrov got more first serves in and won more of his first serves. So overall, Dimitrov's doing better on serving numbers. So that first serve in stat is very important. So Kyle Edmund's win over Seppi, that's a good win. Seppi, he's a veteran. He knows how to play this game. He's tough. Good win for Kyle Edmund. I was very impressed by Kyle Edmund in his first round match. Remember, he's a big upset because he's beating the defending U.S. Open finalist, Kevin Anderson, the big South African. So when I saw that, I thought, okay. And, again, I would have said something about that in the videos, but I cut a lot of stuff out to make the videos shorter. If you follow me on Twitter, follow me at CoffeeBreak10s, T-E-N-S. I do remember tweeting on that match saying, wow, okay, the ankle's good. Look out for Kyle Edmund. Very impressive win, playing a very high level. I think he can be tough, but for the same, well, not the same, because Nick Kyrgios is a different story. But for a similar reason, Grigor Dimitrov, the last few years, has been getting a lot tougher mentally and physically. And he's just more mature in general. A lot more experience, a lot more maturity, and a lot more mental toughness and physical toughness. So that, in the end, they could have a tough match. But whatever happens, I see Dimitrov getting through Kyle Edmund because of that. And that's why he got through Kyrgios. And I said it. Some people commented below, you're going too hard on Kyrgios. Kyrgios is playing great. Some people are saying Kyrgios is going to win the tournament or he's going to get to the final and lose to Federer. And I thought, yeah, he's serving out of this world, and he's doing a lot of impressive stuff, and we know what he's capable of doing. But I wasn't sold on it because of the antics on court and the barking at the box and just the way he acts. And, I got some match notes. I actually have a family engagement today, so I'm up against it again. I got to hurry and get this video out. So I'm not going to look at my notes and find the exact times, but these things happened in the match. Trust me. So I think somewhere in the first set, Kyrgios hits an ace, and then he turns around, and you go like this to get a towel from the ball kid. So he hits an ace. He's playing well. It's early still. Nothing bad happened. He shouldn't be freaking out. And he goes like this, and he's really frantically like moving the towel face like really fast. And he said, towel! And he like yelling at the ball kid. And it's like, what is that? Like, okay, if you just double faulted, like on set point, and your serve's broken, you lose the set because you double faulted, maybe then I understand you yelling at the poor little ball kids, but he just hit an ace. Like, you know, you're doing good. I don't understand that. And they showed his brother in the box, and his brother's eyes got really big right after that happened, after he yelled towel. And it was interesting because Patrick McEnroe and Johnny and Patty Mac, they didn't say anything about it. And I was wondering, like, why didn't they point out that that's not a good sign mentally for Kyrgios to be yelling at the ball kids when he's still like early in the match and playing well? Like, I've never understood that. How do people get upset when they're playing well? And then not long after that, they run this thing about the Nick Kyrgios Foundation. I'm like, oh, okay. They probably don't want to say, why is he yelling at children when they know that ESPN is about to run a little clip talking about some wonderful things that Nick Kyrgios is doing for children. And then later, another moment in the match, was it the first set or the second set tiebreak? One of the tiebreaks, you know, Nick's got the best serve in the world. That's what Rod Laver said. And I agree. It looks like the best serve in the world. But if you don't have the mental toughness to execute your best serve in the world, it can only help you so much. And that's why, you know, McEnroe is saying, it must be the first set. He's saying Kyrgios is not looking mentally tough enough to beat Dimitrov in best out of 5. As early as, I'm pretty sure, the first set. It could have been the second set. And then at set point, Kyrgios serving. You know, Federer has set point serving in a tiebreak. He's going to get that serve in. He might miss the first serve. We've seen that happen a lot. But he's going to put in a pretty good second serve. And Kyrgios double faults. Set point. I mean, case in point right there. Not tough enough to take out Rafa is what I said in the last video. Some people were critical of me, but look, that's what I felt. I'm not going to come up here and lie. It would be really easy for me to just buy into the hype and say, oh yeah, Kyrgios hit a 30 aces, like he's going to win it all. He's going to be in the final. But that's not how I think about this stuff, and I have to be honest with you guys and gals out there. And I just knew. I saw that last match, and I said, look, some of the stuff he's doing on the court, the way he's behaving, he's not mentally tough enough to take out Rafa in best of 5 the way Rafa's playing right now, period. And I said in that video, and I think I cut it out to save time, I said, look, I think Dimitrov can win this match. He just has to play a little better and show the mental toughness that he's capable of. And I don't know if Kyrgios could even hang with Dimitrov, and that's exactly what happened. He couldn't hang with him, and Dimitrov's game came up. Dimitrov's going to beat Kyle Edmund. Comment below, very important to me, what should I do? Roger is obviously playing 11 p.m. East Coast time, so I believe that is 4 a.m. in the UK and 9 a.m. Good morning, India. That's going to be awesome in India. Wake up 9 a.m. for the start of Roger's match. So it's going to be 11 p.m. here. I'm exhausted. I'm thinking about staying up, watching the match at 11, and then doing the video right after. Or stay up, watch the match, take my notes, sleep on it, and wake up tomorrow, and then do a video just like this where I predict all the quarterfinals. So comment below, let me know, what do you guys think I should do? Should I try to stay up and potentially put up a video at like 2 or 3 in the morning? Think I can hang if I take a nap after my family engagement coming up in an hour? Oh my god, I gotta hurry. Comment below, what should I do? Should I stay up, watch Federer, make a video right after? Or should I just make my careful notes while I watch Roger, sleep on it, wake up with the rest of the quarterfinal results, and put the whole picture together for you guys? That might be more fun. Let me know. Comment below. Thanks for watching Coffee Break Tennis. Sorry my energy level has come down significantly. Oh, and by the way, check out a clip of my band from yesterday. Knock around with my baby.